And now to sports in the ACC tournament. Our Kent Spencer will join us live in just a moment from New York. But first, Holden Kerwicki with highlights of today's game with the Cards. They did it, beating Florida State. And now that rematch with Virginia. We're not going to talk about that just yet. Let's enjoy today's victory.
Yeah, we can't get too far ahead of ourselves, but this game was really indicative of the Cardinals' season. They led by 20 at one point, but by the end of the game, they really had you biting your nails. Out to Brooklyn we go, where the Cards would race out to a double-digit lead on the back of the hot shooting of the 502 boys. Quentin Snyder would knock down 3 of his 7 shots from long range on his way to a game-high 19 points. And the 502 come-up would continue later in the first half as Ray Spalding would show off the type of range that NBA teams look for as he knocks down that wide-open 3. But despite trailing by more than 20 at one point, Phil Kofer would try and drag his Seminoles back into this one on the heels of 3 straight triples. However, when the Cards needed a bucket, Spalding came through, and he had 18 in this one as the Cards pulled out the 82-74 win to extend their stay in Brooklyn another day, where they will run into the top-ranked Virginia Cavaliers, who broke our hearts just a few days ago.
We're still healing from that one. Our sports director, Kent Spencer, joins us live from Brooklyn with the reaction. And Kent, standing out in just a little bit of snow out there.
No, it's absolutely snowing, buckets of snow on me right now. Doug Profit, eat your heart out. Take a look at downtown Brooklyn. On to the game, on to the task at hand. Florida State does cut a 26-point lead down to 8, so some nervous feelings for U of L fans in the last few minutes, but this Louisville team really played well today, shooting 50% from the field. They were 10 of 16 from beyond the three-point line, and the Cards sort of made a little history. Louisville gets their first ever win in the ACC tournament.
Pretty surprising, but it's a good win for us. One thing is survive, advance. It's just like the tournament. So we gotta get ready for Virginia tomorrow. So you just gotta prepare and watch film on it.
How much fun was that first half? Was that the best you guys have played, maybe even all season?
Yeah, I think that's one of the best performances we have because everybody was enjoying it, everybody was hitting shots, and we was getting stops on the defensive end.
I think so. Besides practice, we practice really well. We get after, and I'd have to say, how we prepare for it is what we did in the first half. We prepared really well for that game.
Did bad thoughts start creeping in your mind though when they made their run down the stretch there?
Not really. We just kind of stayed poised. We knew they were going to hit shots because in the first half they kept missing, so it was only a matter of time they hit a few.
And we didn't panic today. Our guys did a great job. They didn't panic when they made a run, when they cut it to 6 or 8 or whatever it was, and we just kept executing. And I'm just really proud of the way they handled it late game. And look, I can only do so many things, but when these guys are out on the court making the right plays to help us win, they're the ones that get all the credit.
You could tell David Padgett very proud of his team today. Now, before Louisville left Louisville to come to Brooklyn, the Cards received a pep talk from Russ Smith. We're going to find out exactly what he told the team coming up tonight at 5 o'clock. And guys, I will just totally say this. Doug Profit's passion is my nightmare.
That means in the 5 o'clock hour, you're going inside.
Get inside, get warm.
He is. He's
yes.
like, he's quit talking. He's like, I'm going inside, folks. I'm too cold out here.
It's way too cold out there.